Welcome everyone. In this video, I want to show you what's growing on in my garden for April. There's a lot of changes that have happened over the past month, a lot of growth, a lot of beneficial insects visiting the garden, and a lot of love in the garden. I just want to share with you guys. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you enjoy. Friday when I came from work, I began cleaning out this area. I cleaned out the grass, I layered it with cardboard, and then I began planting different plants that I had started from seeds over here. They will eventually spread out, but I'm trying to keep a distance from that right there, and that's why the only thing in the back row is these mammoth sunflowers, and they're more than a foot apart, so they will actually get to a very tall height. And when the heads set, they'll face this direction, so it'll be very pretty. And I added black-eyed Susans, yarrow, Mexican marigold, Mexican sunflower, which gets really bushy and wide if I don't control it. There's more black-eyed Susan under that light. I added some gladiosus bulbs, some more yarrow here, and society garlic as a border edging, as you can see here. So I revamped this corner here, which was just a huge pot, that pot over there that I'll use for something else later, my melons. And I revamped this corner to put two of my pineapples. I have more pineapples. I couldn't figure out where to put them. They grow better in the ground. But this one has a pineapple head coming, so we'll have a little pineapple soon from that. And then yesterday, I created this basket, which will have morning glory and nasturtiums, because my vision, excuse me, my vision is for the morning glories to vine up half of this here. As you can see, I already started my third loofah that I couldn't figure out where to put anywhere on here because I love the leaves. The leaves are beautiful, so I thought this would be very pretty to have the loofah leaves and the morning glories growing up, and having the nasturtiums spreading out on the ground in this bed that I can train to go into that bed. That is going to be so beautiful, guys. And then I also added some morning glories on this long papaya so that it can vine up this papaya. I think that's going to be pretty too. So in this papaya pot, I didn't put anything to vine up. However, I did put nasturtiums so that the nasturtiums can flow over this pot to hide the pot. You actually will not be able to see the pot. This whole area here is going to be nasturtiums growing through on the ground. That is going to be gorgeous. So as you can see, milkweed used to be over here. The caterpillars I have been totally eating all of the milkweed. I am currently down to 3 of the milkweed plants that I grew from seed outside, and I will take one and put one in the cage tomorrow. But what I've been doing is bringing some of the caterpillars back out here and putting them on these 2 plants, and these were the store-bought plants, and one of the monarchs actually found the area. Okay, so this is the new area here, and I'm also hardening off my seed starts and bringing them out here. They've been sitting throughout the day, and because I'm running out of room, and plus they'll grow much faster when they get direct sunlight. So this is okra, and you guys know how hardy okra is to heat. So they have not gotten their first true leaves, although some are trying to grow. Right there, as you can see, their first true leaves. And then my Malabar spinach, some of my coleus and calendula, and some nasturtiums and sweet potatoes. These are some seeds that I had in that huge pot that I was able to salvage. They look like, honestly, they look like sunflowers. And then that's a cucumber right there. So this is my echinacea. I am still patiently waiting on flowers, guys. I cannot wait to get flowers. More echinacea on this side. So today I harvested these onion tops, and I cut them up and froze them. The sunset peppers are looking very lovely, guys. So these bell peppers here are growing nice, and more bell peppers over here. And this is my black-eyed Susan, another one that I grew from seed. I'm waiting patiently on flowers. So I have been out here hand pollinating cucumbers, and as you can see, I'm starting to get some. Look at those 2. They have grown in size since yesterday. This plant is loaded with female and male flowers, and every day new flowers are happening. So I am keeping an eye on this plant, guys, because of the humidity and the wetness. Right now I want to make sure I stay on top of powdery mildew. And look who found the spot to change into their chrysalis. And I did watch my first monarch caterpillar going into its chrysalis today. Here are 2 more of my blackberry bushes that were repotted. And my Thai peppers are putting out flowers for the first time this year after me cutting it back after overwintering it. So these are my Boston pickling cucumbers, and I created this right here for it to vine up a couple weeks ago, and they are starting to grow. I'm actually going to relocate that other one out of this pot so this one can have this pot to grow in. All of my cayenne peppers are flowering again, even though they have peppers on them. Some of them, the peppers are turning colors. Look at that. So we got 5 cayenne peppers bunched together. So it's going to be time to harvest this chocolate mint pretty soon, because it really is spreading out, guys. It's a fast grower, and you know it. The herbs are looking beautiful. So I do have cucumbers here that is struggling to grow, so I may relocate this one right here in this bed and take those out, because they're just taking a long time. They haven't really taken off yet. And this is more like my herb bed here, my herb area. And this Beefmaster tomato plant, I'm gonna have to add another stake to it. This thing is getting out of control. So right now we have like 3 or 4, I think it's 4 tomatoes I see. The other ones are tiny, you can't really see them. It's a slow grower with the fruit, but it is a nice big productive grower. And I am going to start harvesting this basil, cutting it back. It smells so good, and making more from it. So I put garlic in these beds, and they're starting to sprout out, which is awesome. More garlic right there, garlic right there. Nasturtiums, I ate some flowers and leaves yesterday in a salad. It was delicious, but I'm really wanting this to spread out and hang over this bed right here. We got more cayenne peppers here. Some of them are turning red, and some bell pepper flowers opening up right here. Chocolate bell peppers. I thought this was a calendula flower, but it's not. It's a zinnia, which is still awesome because I love zinnias and I love calendula. So this bed was the one where I had the sweet potato vines, guys. Well, it got ran over by aphids, and it was really my fault because I brought some stuff from the community garden greenhouse, which were infected with aphids, but it really wasn't that many on there. So I told myself, oh, it's no big deal. Well, every last one of the sweet potato vines and broad bush bean vines leaves had aphids, like hundreds of aphids on it. So I dug everything out, took the sweet potato vines, soaked them in like a storage container of water, and cut them back, rooted them, and that's how I got my new sweet potato box over there from that. And it really has controlled the aphids. I haven't had any issues with aphids anymore, knock on wood. And I actually, the one ladybug that was over here eating all the aphids, I don't even see her anymore because it's under control. So what I ended up doing was taking a whole bunch of cut flower seeds and dill seeds and throwing it in this box, sunflower seeds. And I'm just going to turn this into a cut flower bed. As you can see, some of the seeds are coming up, and that's the dill right there. And these look like sunflower seeds. So I can take some of these seeds as the flowers mature and plant them in other parts of the garden. So it's a pretty cool way to get like a box, like a seed starter box, without starting seeds in containers. And I can see a morning glory right there. That's not going to stay here. So like I said, it was a mixed variety of perennial seeds. So make sure you're controlling aphids early so they're not getting out of control, and that's what I did. And I'm glad I took those potatoes out because I read that sunflowers and potatoes should not be planted together because the sunflower will stunt the potato. So I'm glad I got them out of this box because I do have sunflowers in this box. This Mexican sunflower, I have 2 currently that are this size. I have 4 total in the garden, 1 in the front, and the other one I planted on the side in the new garden bed area. And I have more seeds growing because I really like this plant. It will get huge if you allow it to. So it's great for creating the border. But not only that, the butterflies love this plant because, as you can see, the flowers look like a landing pad for them. So they can land on top of it. They can get nectar and then they can drink water. These flowers are absolutely gorgeous, and they're easy to see and easy to grow. You don't need rich soil for them. This would make a beautiful hedge. So guys, get you some Mexican sunflower seeds and plant away. Here we have more cayenne peppers. Like, these cayenne peppers are heavy producers. If you haven't followed my story, I have 3 in each pot. So it's 3 plants in each pot because, and I think this is a 5-gallon pot, because peppers can be grown close together. They don't really do like tomatoes. And so right here we have another cucumber. This one is a Boston pickling cucumber as well. And I don't know, I just threw it in this pot. It needs some flowers, so I'll add some flowers to it, like some sunflowers as it grows up in a trellis, tomato cage or something. So we have more sunflowers that I seeded over here. Mexican sunflower in the backdrop, black-eyed Susans, marigolds in the forefront, my yarrow here. And this is my Egyptian spinach, because this is more of my brassica bed, and this is my summer crops that can grow, that are heat tolerant but leafy green. There are garlic in this bed along with strawberries, and this is my tiger collards, which is collard that is heat tolerant. Here's another Mexican sunflower. I absolutely love this. Love this plant. And then this bed is slowly being worked on. So what I'm adding to this bed is cucumbers. Yesterday I added another Boston cucumber right here. So over here I'm going to plant a lemon cucumber, or maybe my cucamelons over here. Some more herbs hiding in the cut. And I'm so excited, guys, because I had passion fruit vine flowers earlier this year, when in January I think, and I didn't know that you can hand pollinate them, so none of those pollinated. Well, I was over here looking, and look what we got. So it looks like I'm getting another round of passion flowers. This time I am going to hand pollinate this plant because I want to get fruit. The loquat tree has been growing like crazy. It really likes this area. This area doesn't really get hit hard by sun. It gets like shaded, partial shade and partial sun. Loquats like to grow as an understory under other trees. They can't really take direct heat when they're young. So I have been patiently waiting on those nasturtiums right there. But this area, like I said, it gets partially shade, and I wanted it that way so that when the fritillary caterpillars come, we'll get the fritillary butterfly that loves sun on here, as well as the zebra butterfly that loves shade, both on this vine. So that's really why I'm growing that, for the caterpillars. This morning glory, it looks so beautiful every morning. Like when I come out here, fresh new flowers are open up, and I can't wait for it to fill up this arch. I think it's going to be beautiful. And I also added some sweet pea blue pea seed starts here, because this passion fruit vine is a slow grower. I am going to look forward to seeing the large blue clitoris flowers on this plant, right on this arbor right here. They're also in that pot right there. These peas really are a slow grower compared to sugar snap peas. Like sugar snap peas grow so fast in 30 days, so they're really taking their time about getting up there. I can't wait to see this field. So I've been coming out here and dropping sunflower seeds in different areas of these pots so that we can have different sunflowers popping up throughout the growing season. And today I cleaned out that shed right there to make a growing room, because I've been growing microgreens and eating them, and for my seed starts, because I want to have like 100 or maybe 100 more sunflowers in the sunflower bed over here. mosquitoes, guys. So that's it. That has what's been